That's me, my cube. Hello, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Let's see, we'll do ears. Kitty cat, are you coming back? We had a disagreement this morning. Kira said, I'm eating your cereal. And I said, nuh-uh. Cereal is for Hazel, not for Cat. Cat has kibble. It's different. She wants mine because mine has milk. How's the fish tank? Still leaking. Still under some degree of control. Today I got the, yesterday I was acquiring the needed supplies to sort this out, and then today I have to actually do it. It's just a big job, and I kept having other stuff come up. So that's it's on the agenda. I feel like it's genuinely draining just extra RAM off of my brain, knowing that it's there and that I keep, like, you know, soaking up the mild amount of excess moisture that's coming out of the rim. Godspeed, good luck, thank you. I ended up just getting, it's only a 10-gallon tank, and I priced it out, and it was going to cost about as much to reseal it as it was going to just replace it. Plus, I don't have any place for it to ventilate while the silicone cures. It would have to do it literally in my kitchen. So I ended up just getting a brand new tank that I'm just going to migrate them into today. And then I'm going to hang on to the old one and then try to reseal it maybe in the spring or the summer when I can maybe get away with airing it on my balcony if my neighbors don't hate me too much. And then I can look into getting some silicone and stuff then. But I would have had to source the silicone, but also the acetone, and also get a razor scraper, and it was just going to be a big mess. So, yeah, you can't just you want to be careful. You can't just walk into a hardware store and get silicone that's like weatherproof or like mold resistant or anything, because that's got extra stuff in it. You need to get just 100% silicone with no additives, which is sometimes sold as aquarium silicone, or if you have, like, I don't know, an industrial source. But I don't know if you guys have met me. I don't have a lot of industrial sources. I don't have a lot of sources in general. Enigma, thank you very much for the 5-month resub. Appreciate it. Also, Almond with an 8-month resub during the countdown. Thank you very much. Seeing your humble tank has me seriously considering getting one of my own. Love the barbs would add to my living room. I got an extra tank, just needs resealing. The bright silver lining is that I discovered that one of the major pet retailers here actually door dashes, so I didn't have to go out to pick up the tank. I was able to have somebody bring it to me, which was crazy. I didn't know that was an option. The wonders of the modern world. What a time to be alive, right? That's exactly what I said. I was like in my kitchen looking at this new tank that had been dropped off, and I was like, what a time to be alive. Man, if I'd lived in this world when I was a young adult that didn't drive, I never would have wanted to learn how to. There's sometimes a need, but there's almost never a need. You can just have other people do it for you. PSU Hop, thank you for the 3-month resub. Pretty sure they're bringing fishes and wee bags too. Oh man, there was a cute note written on the receipt that was like, "Hi to your pets from us at Pet Store," and I thought that was very cute. Kitty cat, hello. Hi. I didn't order anything for you because we still have your treats. I restocked your licky treats. She really likes the tubes that the cats lick. She likes the chicken ones. There's a brand that has like a tiki cat on it that's like her favorite. Yeah, no, if I move into the woods, I'm gonna have to make my peace with cooking for myself and securing my own supplies. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think sometimes the overwhelming convenience of being able to enlist others to just bring you everything could sometimes contribute towards me becoming more of a hermit than I should be, and also not cooking as much as I need to. If it's too easy to shop, you just end up shopping, so yeah, possibly. I was looking at places in town. Yeah, reload now. I was looking at places in town just to look at them. They generally pop up first if I pull up a real estate website, and some of them are nice, but they don't have a lot of yard space. That's the kicker. Like I can daydream and pretend that I'm rich, which I'm not, but I can pretend that I'm rich and pretend I could afford a place in town. But until you get up into like real, like, you know, Blood Money Homes. You're not getting an awful lot of a yard. You can get a little yard, but it's not gonna have the most room. And I don't know. I had this dream of like privacy, right? Big today with a Voidwalker mount today. Oh, totally balance of getting out. Yeah. I should get out more into the city that I live in, but then again, I should do lots of things, so. Like physically going to the shops makes me feel connected to my neighborhood. Yeah, I am not connected to my neighborhood. If my neighborhood was a power outlet, I am the charger that came out of the outlet, rolled under the couch, and got forgotten about. I'm very dusty. I am not plugged in. Encofan, thank you for the 10-month reset. Hiya. Hello. Price, location, and size. Price, location, and size. And age, I feel like has to also come into it. There's houses that are old and houses that are new and houses that are old that have been worked on and houses that are new that have been made with cardboard. Yeah, no, I'm just, I don't know why I'm worrying about where I'm going to live next when I have like more immediate problems that are right in front of me. But the good news is that this morning, all I got to do for the next couple hours is hang out here and kill Nalak when it comes up, because I got bonus rolls, I got alts. For the most part, they're already parked here. This one character, I had taken her... Oh yeah, I took her back to town yesterday so that I could send myself work orders to cheese my... well, not cheese, but to get my traveler's log progress. And now that that's done, moved her back. So we've got 2 Maroons of Fate, so if I don't get this in 2 weeks, then I'm going to need some more bonus rolls on Inksy. So fewer people nowadays farming them. Hi! See you later. All right, we tuck in, we get comfy, we drink coffee. Oh man, we had a raid night last night. We went to the park, fed the swans. Land of the little people. I'm feeling like that might be Beacon Hill Park. I haven't seen swans there. There's like ducks and geese and peacocks. If there were swans, they may have been relocated because swans could be mean. Don't sound impressed. Oh, man. I had, like... Yesterday was one of those days where I had big plans, and it would have been great if I had done all of them. And I did some of them. But it was just not one of those days where you're getting enough, I don't know, cooperation from the universe and or your body to make it all happen. And I figured, okay, it's 6:30. I'm going to raid. It's, you know, we're pretty much in clear mode, right? Like, we're on farm. We've had it on farm for a while. We're just gonna get through the raid, get one of our raiders, AOTC, that had missed a couple weeks. And then, you know, we'll probably get out of here early. I guess that was my fault, as I expected us to be kind of done within like an hour and a half, because I think we've done clears like that before. And I figured, okay, so if I'm done at like... My first problem, I didn't eat dinner before raid. I was not feeling... good. Did not cook anything. Went for a walk instead to try to like clear my head. And then I was like, well, it's fine. It's only 6:30, you know, we'll be done. I'll eat at like 8. And then raid is just, it's just one of those nights where things aren't completely working together. It went okay. I DPS'd as it happened. With the way our raid comp was, our raid leader had me DPS, which I have sort of gear for. A lot of evoker gear is kind of dual purpose. Like your mastery is really good for you, whether you're devastation or preservation. Your other secondary stat will change, but like a strong mastery gear set will do pretty good for both. So I have the gear. I'm not like the best devastation evoker. I'm okay. We kind of, you know, work our way through it. Diurna takes us a couple tries, but we eventually chop her down like a tree. And then Razageth was like just not happening. I got to experience well, you know I'm in here. Yeah, she'll be back. Razageth was just I got to experience the flip side of the equation, where normally I'm healing and there'll be a couple of people that I consider my children, and these people are playing the squishy classes. They are more prone to damage, not because they walk in mechanics or anything, but just because the attrition damage of the fight has a tendency to put them in real danger. So I have a couple of people that I like try to look out for. I try to keep an eye on where they are so I can be in range, so I can like, you know, sort of heal cleave off of them, make sure they're the ones getting the double reversions and stuff. And I experienced the flip side of that, where I was the squishy DPS, Devastation Evoker, especially if you are not really careful, can be not hunter levels of squishy, but like, you know, on that end of the spectrum. And I was dying, and I wasn't doing as much damage as I wanted. What I eventually ended up doing was halfway through the fight, or halfway through the night, maybe not completely halfway, maybe a little farther than that. I decided, oh my word, I'm so done with all of this. I'm looking up a Razageth build. I need to do anything that I have left in my soul to make this dragon go away. Nope, okie dokie gold. So I did something that had really helped me on preservation, which was to just Google, you know, spec class Razageth build, Devastation Evoker Razageth build. And of course, Wowhead, and I think Icy Veins, but Wowhead had a list of strings for builds for each boss, along with a couple of notes about what it was. And I grabbed that and I like read the notes real quick, and that helped a lot. That took me from, I wonder if I still have the details. That took me from, I was averaging like 45k DPS before that, and I was able to do closer to 70 after the changes. Partly the build, and probably partly just, you know, the raw desperation that courses through parents when they're lifting fallen trees off of their children. So the moral of the story is, don't skip meals before raid. And if you're struggling on a boss, try Googling a boss-specific build, because there may be some talent that you haven't thought of that makes a big difference. So here where we are. 57 was the overall. I think I died at the end. That was on the kill. There was our 7th wipe. Yeah, so our 7th wipe there, I'm doing like 68k. And on wipes, what is it? Like 1 through 5, I'm probably going to be, like on wipe 1 there, I am with 44. Wipe 3, I am down at the bottom, 45. Wipe 4, did a little better at 48. But yeah, getting the Razageth build made a huge difference. There we go. And that bumped me into the 60 to 70 range. I have Nalak, don't have Shaw though. Alright, okay, so the other good news is that my Mog is still fantastic. I think I may have misled some people, not online, but just in my raid, to think that this is the Jester set. This is not. This is the Jester helmet and boots and gloves combined with fire plume regalia, that shop Mog set, chest, and then the shorts with the thigh stuff, and then the back piece is also from Trading Post, but not part of the same set. We improvised with that one. Emergency granola bar? Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Or I would keep emergency smoothies in my fridge, but then I would just either drink them, which makes them not for emergencies, or save them for the apocalypse, which makes them toxic. Some cute little bit of botulism. Yeah, granola might be better. We did that one. We're doing this one. There we go. Trading Post currency is account-wide. That is true. All right. I need a barbershop now. I might switch your helmet. I always forget that this helmet is open in the back, and then I forget that I balded Crinkle and I shaved her little gnome head. And it's like really cute from the front, and then you're like, whoa, that's gotta be cold. What's your, what's her, what is her runes of fate? She's got 6 runes of fate. She's all right. Yeah, I've got a few minutes before this boss spawns, because I'm just on the one thing. Do I have WBT World Boss Timers? Yeah, there we go. So we've got 6 minutes for sure before it starts spawning, so I can put something else on our head. Gnome needs the treasure chest. Oh, hi, Bunny Bear, you're back. You're back. All right. So yeah, we can come up with something. I don't know what the outfit's gonna be yet. We're gonna try the treasure chest back. I want to give her the bucket, but the bucket's like a caster offhand. So that's not really gonna help. I think the helmet's gonna be important here. I need to find like a nice helmet that's gonna work with this. We need to make sure that whatever it is keeps her entire head warm, or you know, just goes heavy in on the glasses. Oh man. And then okay, never mind. We're doing something else now. We're taking this in a different direction. Yeah, there we go. This is a warrior for the ages. Oh no. That was the back. She needs the trove. The shoulders will come back to. I may give her shoulders again. Yeah, you can take some claws that go all the way up there. That fire plume set is so nice to mix and match with everything because it's got like the short and the long versions of it. I'm a big fan of that. The belt, we're gonna forget the belt. The swords will come back to. I'm not mad. This gnome needs a toque. She needs glam blades. What is that? Tearhold broadsword. Could not tell you what that's from, but I can tell you that it's very big and it's gold. That's more of like a yellow gold. I need more of like a red gold. I guess I don't have that many polearms. Two-handed axes. Anything cool over here? I must have like a golden axe. We didn't spend all that time with those Zandalari trolls without coming out with something just absolutely obnoxious. Yeah, alright. Plundered fire geode mace. That must be like an island thing. Ooh, that's nice too, actually. Pretty simple, but gets the job. Well, I don't know. I could always just do two of the same sword. Double tearhold broadswords. That one's blood elf. Maharzarai, thank you for the 2-month resub. Shalug Doom goes well with that armor. I don't know if I have that. Oh, what's this? Blade of the Titans. They're small. I think I've gone too far back and I've gotten to the low res swords. Do I want to give them any? No, I don't. I don't end up using I mean, she's not even gonna have swords out typically. I've saved that. I'm gonna put it on. You know, why hide half of your head and then have it be a surprise when you could just put a crown on the entire thing and live your life? Hello, kitty. Kitty cat. Want to say hi? How much time do we have? We got 3 minutes. 3 minutes before we gotta start keeping an eye out. How you doing? You sleep okay? I had some strange dreams. It was some kind of a group talent show, and I was planning on using my dance background to carry us to victory in this talent show by whipping out some like jetés and pirouettes that were gonna, you know, blow the socks off the judges. Where's the crown from? That's a good question. Can we reverse engineer? Crown of the Righteous. A dance background? Not really. I have as much of a dance background as any other child that took dance classes. I did take dance classes as my extracurricular activity in my youth. I probably stopped when I was, I don't know, ages like 7 or 8 through like 12, maybe, I would say. Maybe a little earlier than that, because I remember it was more years than that, but I can't remember possibly doing it past like 12. Crown of the Righteous is Shadowlands jewel crafting. Shadowlands jewel crafting. It was crafted. They might be cheap, actually. Let me see. This is not the auctionist mount. This is the auctionist mount. Yeah, 3,000 gold on the auctionist. Seems, thank you very much for the 26-month resub. As far as I'm considered dancing as sorcery, it may as well be sorcery to me now. I had a brief moment where I was like, I should look into an adult tap class, and that way I can get some exercise and get out of my house and meet some other ladies. to, dance with. And I had that thought, and then I looked them up, and they were like really expensive. And had all the same rules that they had when you were young. Like, these are our prescribed hair scrunchies, which I guess isn't so relevant anymore. These are you must get your leotard from this store. It must be in this color. I just kind of wanted to make the tippy tappy sounds with my feet. They used to make us do ballroom dancing in primary school. Nothing fancy or difficult, but I did get a medal. You got a medal? They made us learn line dancing of all things. I don't know why they thought that was going to be relevant. Maybe they wanted to help us with our social lives, but I never went to a party. Where they started breaking out line dancing. Maybe I haven't been partying hard enough yet in my life. They made us learn line dances. And then they made us learn partner dances, and I think that was just because, I don't know. They wanted to force the boys and the girls to like touch each other, but like with the hands, but like, oh, it was a mess. It was at the age before boys and girls want to touch each other. It was like, I don't know, middle school, where like your friend, you don't have, or at least where I grew up, you didn't have a whole lot of cross-gender friends until later. And it was a big cootie situation. PTSD from the square dancing I was forced to learn in second grade. Yeah, it was upsetting, because then like nobody wants to be your dance partner, and then you're like, 9 and like nobody will love me. and then I would finally like, the teacher would step in and they would pair you up with somebody, which is mortifying. And then your partner, like, one, they're shorter than you because the boys haven't hit their growth spurts yet. And secondly, they were not paying attention when anybody explained the steps, so they don't know what they're doing. And we had nothing else to do with those 15 minutes than pay attention. Like, I couldn't possibly fathom why they hadn't learned it, because, like, what else are you gonna do? We're trapped here. Activities cost dollars. Mm. I'm just gonna rent out viewings of my cat. I'll just set her up in a window and then set up like a line, and then people can just go and pay their respects. It'll be like a little shrine. Sourville, thank you for the 8-month resub. Junior high school, they had us learn square dancing in gym class. On the last day, they invited the lunch ladies to dance with us. Oh, that's really cute. Punching each other's arms like boys do when we're stuck receiving direction. Yeah, I guess so. That just never computed with me as a kid. I didn't understand. I was so frustrated with people not paying attention in school. Despite the fact that now I kind of get it. Any luck? No. But at the time, I was like, my parents told me this was going to be the most important thing I do to determine my whole future. I'm going to pay attention. Do you not care about your future? I was just like, I figured these people were just absolute nihilists because they didn't want to pay attention in school to like learn their times tables or whatever. I wanted to know if they understood the career ramifications, and I didn't think that they were taking it seriously enough. Yeah, that mug's hard to argue with. This character, she's next. I hate Taros and Mythic. Is it awful? You are in a land that I cannot follow. Why are the sharks in Northern level 70? Yeah, I was not skilled at making friends as a young child. I did better as a medium child. I made a couple of friends once I got to like my teenage years, but prior to that, I was striking out a whole lot. You were the only one who paid attention in Twitch class, and that's why you're here. Oh man, Twitch is not a platform to get too in your head about what other people are doing and whether or not you're doing it right or whether or not they're doing it right. Because I'm sure there's some people that really take an academic approach to it, and they do research, and they, look at data, and they crunch statistics, and they look at categories, and they look at trends, and they look at hours and schedules, and they come up with like, engagement initiatives, and they have a media kit, and they like do all the work. They treat it like an advertising media job, and then just do the most. And then they probably, and I'm not saying I'm that person, I'm super not that person, but they probably open up their phone and then they look at like the top stream in a category, and it's probably just like some guy deciding whether or not he's going to order Arby's. And like, it's one of those things where sometimes hard work works and sometimes you never know why something worked. Or it's something that you just can't replicate with any amount of nerdery. As a kid who got easily distracted in school, did not understand the seconds lost for my life from not learning my times tables. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them were developing soft skills that I was disregarding at the time that would later lead them to be able to network and get better jobs than me. So it's not that it's not that there was one right way to do it. I was just a little narrow-minded as a kid. Kanar, thank you for the 7-month resub. How many attempts in Nalak? I don't know. I don't think rematch is enabled on all of my characters. It hasn't really been tracking it consistently. Or not rematch, rarity. Here, I'll turn it on again. Been a minute. How are you? Hello. I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. I'm keeping it together. It's an easily distracted child here. I can't fathom why. I mean, maybe I was easily distracted. I know that I was prone to tangents. I was prone to rambling. I spoke a lot. I was a real motor mouth, and I was prone to tangents. But I don't remember being distractible in class, which is weird because I'm very distractible now. Hey, kitty cat. Keep it together. What if I can't keep it together? That's one thing that concerns me, is I don't have like I don't know what my emergency button is of I can't keep this together anymore. It's not like I can just throw a tantrum and then have, you know, a grown-up come in and clean up my messes for me. New Priory the Orange book is out? Oh, Priory the Orange Tree is out. I didn't know there was another one. I thought it was a standalone novel. Was I competitive? Yeah. A little bit. Was the one distracting people and or the teacher? I can't say that surprises me. Comparatively the least competitive person ever. Yeah, I liked competition, but only if I had a chance of winning. As soon as I felt like I wasn't, and I'm sure lots of people are like this, I'm not saying it's a good thing, it's kind of being a sore loser, but if I was part of a competition and I didn't feel like I had any shot at it, I would get real demoralized and then discount the entire thing. If I needed to feel like I had a chance to win. And then as soon as they stopped publicly displaying the scores for spelling tests, I was pretty much out of opportunities in which I could crush other people. Don't like competition as much as you like winning. These days, I feel like it might be different. I think I may have changed. It sounds crazy, but I think over the years, I may have changed because I guess I haven't really engaged in a lot of competitions in my adult years. I've played a couple of board games at parties, and those I'm just kind of happy to be there. Made a track there, named it Joe Blow. Have you tried Overwatch 2? No, I probably won't. I'm probably not gonna. Kitty cat. I had my time with Overwatch 1 when it was new, and I feel like I got everything out of it that I was gonna. I spent my time with it. I don't know if I have a future with games like that. I don't know if I'm ever really gonna play shooters. Unless they've changed it and it's not a shooter anymore, but unless they've turned it into some kind of like an economy life sim, I'm probably gonna sit it out. It's the Overwatch minigame where you plant turnips and then you send troops to decay your opponent's turnips so that you can monopolize the vegetable prices. Don't have the reflexes for shooters or RTSs anymore. Yeah, I find that I don't want to play anything twitchy. I want to play strategy games. I want to play like turn-based things, or you know, like an auto battler, or you know, this. WoW is the twitchiest game I play these days, and it's and the reason I feel like I can cope with this is because, well, sometimes this, you know, it's not really important how fast my reflexes are, and then for something like Raid, it's less of I mean, healing's always going to be a little reactive, and same thing with Mythic Plus, but it's a little bit less about that, and it's more about kind of memorizing your routines and memorizing like batches of reactions to a given thing. I'm making, fast decisions, but I'm not making that many of them. Diablo 4, interest in that? Probably not. I'm not a very well-rounded content creator at the end of the day. Diablo is fun, but I've never really gotten fully sucked into it. Partly because just the format of it tends to be really hard on my hands. It's very clicking heavy, and maybe there's ways you can keybind it that don't involve so much clicking, but playing too much Diablo tends to give me pain. And then the other trouble is just that if I'm playing it alone at my own pace, it's kind of fun, but I'm going very slowly. And what I'm doing is not really relevant to anybody else. And then if I play with other people, then I am miles and miles behind. Because everybody somehow, like, knows everything about Diablo in a way that I have never clued into. So everybody's, like, miles ahead, like, talking about the set that they're getting and, like, the build that they're doing. And meanwhile, I'm, like, reading all of my talent choices, trying to figure out which one sounds fun. It doesn't usually work out. For some reason, Diablo makes me sleepy. Hold the right button. You hardly have to click. It's the same muscle, though. Holding down mouse buttons is almost as bad as clicking repeatedly, if not worse. If you play a Diablo 4 beta, you get a transmog of a wolf pup in a backpack. For WoW or for Diablo? What level is my character? This one is 61. I have level 70 characters. I'm just farming world bosses and alts right now. Playing placement games for competitive in Overwatch 2. Oh, D4 transmog. Gotcha. Hydra mage build. Move the mouse. Press 2. Yeah, playing Diablo. People know a lot about Diablo. Yeah, I guess that's true. I like playing, well, I have a hard time sometimes getting into new games that I'm playing with friends for that reason. Is that even if I'm like, sometimes I'll get really excited because there'll be a brand new game and none of us have played it. No one has any background in it, and I'm like, finally, I can get in on the ground floor. I can learn what's going on from scratch. I'm not going to be behind. Maybe I'll even figure something out first and be able to share my wisdom with the group. But usually, I end up falling behind very quickly or getting confused or overwhelmed just because even when we're starting a game that nobody's played before, it seems like all of my friends just have more instinctual gaming knowledge than me. I have some. But I'm not as fast to pick up new games as everybody else, and I tend to get really frustrated if I'm just behind. I don't like feeling like I'm having my hand held through stuff, but I also, it turns into everybody else is kind of doing their thing, and then I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go over here, and I guess I'm just gonna try and figure this out on my own, and I just feel stupid. It's not very fun. Always played through the story, then moved on. Do you remember the start of Craftopia? Oh yeah, Craftopia was a Steam game that we picked up. And it just had so much information that came at you so quickly. The tutorial had it would have you do a very short step, take a very short action that you could pretty reasonably do. And then it would dump 37 pieces of info on you and be like, here, now you can do these things. And then you would take it, and then you would walk a little further down the beach, and then it would be like, and now you can do these things, and you can go to another planet, and you can start doing this. And I'm like, hold on. How do I place a crafting station? It was just going so fast. Figuring out a new game is fun. They pick up new games more often. I think it's because they have a longer history. Well, maybe they pick up new games more often. That's also probably true. But they also started doing it a lot earlier in life and playing a wider variety of games early. There's some categories that I just won't mess with. Morning, Squirrel Squad. Good morning. Bad game design. Craftopia was a weird one. I was in a frame of mind where I was just looking for any survival crafting game, and I was just interested in that kind of gameplay, and it was one of those Steam games that had a lot of reviews and it was on sale or whatever. And we'd already kind of played through the other major survival crafting titles out there. So we picked it up, and it's a fun game, but it's definitely one of those kind of Steam games that feels unpolished, and not in a way that makes it a bad game, but in a way that if you're used to only playing really polished games, you're going to be like, what's happening here? What's going on? Yeah, the Raft one's just called Raft. It's awesome. It's excellent. Hello, Hazel. How you doing? Hello. I'm doing all right. How you doing? We've got a... Nalak could spawn any time between now and 7.5 minutes from now. I keep trying to learn this Dream Plume pedal, but my Dragonel's Herbalism is not quite high enough. YouTube channel, the guy plays Raft. Wrong. How's Pokemon Beta? It's pretty good. I just set off into Area 0. I beat the Elite Four. My Bax Caliber carried me through some pretty good chunks of it, just with his Glaive Rush and Ice Storm, Ice Beam. Months since the hair change. Any regrets? Nah, no, not at all. Yeah, I've been workshopping exactly what I want to use to moisturize my scalp, because I do have like a dry patch that I think I had previously, and now that my hair is shorter I have better access to it. So I've been trying different things to treat that, to kind of sort that out so that I don't have itchy head. But it's definitely a lot easier to do, and I don't have to like go through a bunch of hair to get to it. Yeah, coconut oil I've tried. I've been using that. That does help. I mean, I guess everything helps for a bit. I guess it's moisturizing. You got to keep doing it. Don't you hate how much less work it is on a day-to-day basis? Oh, the hair? Oh, yeah. You know what's funny is I actually, oh, there it is. One mount, please. Do-do-do-do. Ooh, we did it. We did it. We get to move. Thanks. Appreciate it. Take it easy. Wow. Alrighty. I was not expecting that to drop yet. Thundering Cobalt God Serpent. Kitty Cat, it dropped. Hey. Why did I think this one was white? It's not. It's blue. It just matches him. Nice. You know what this means. Secrets to ask politely. Every now and then it works. Didn't you get the other one this last week? I got Shaw recently and Galleon recently, and now this one. So the only I just need Undasta now. I can move these characters up to the Isle of Dinosaurs and Camp Undasta, and then that's going to be the end of it. Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad that I didn't grind these back when they were hard. I feel like we just saved a ton of time by doing these, you know, now that they're much easier. I'm not going to say that they're like gimmies, you know, it's still RNG, but I would believe a 2% drop rate. I would believe a 1 in 50 chance. That would track. If I want to get there, can I flight path myself? Can I toy box? Well, hang on. How many bonus rolls do I have left? Because it's the same bonus rolls for Runes of Fate. I only have one bonus roll left for that. I kind of think that well, I guess she can roll on it this week. I'm gonna need to get more bonus rolls, but I feel like the Isle of Giants is not as annoying to get to. I mean, you can flight path yourself there pretty easy. So if I use, there's a toy that's gonna take me. Kirin Tor Beacon will take me back to the Kirin Tor, and then maybe I can just like flight path myself from there. Alexander, thank you for the 20-month resub. Your cardigan is so cute. Oh, thank you. I'm trying to rotate my sweaters to stay warm enough. I should also, we are 44 minutes into stream. I should make a note of that, because I will. And today is the 2nd day of March. Just so I can find the clip later. Oh yeah, I guess I should write down what it is. Nalak drop. I must have had too much coffee. That handwriting is not elegant. They absolutely should have called it Isle of Dinosaurs. Did they not call it Isle of Dinosaurs? What's it called? Isle of Giants. Oh, I thought, I don't know. For some reason, that's not what I expected. So this doesn't have a flight path, but it does have a portal. Nalak, that was such a relief to get. He's so far out of the way. Yeah, I now have, and I suppose it's now that I've already like finished, you know, unlocking the Isle of Thunder portal. And there's still Mog that I would need to farm there if I'm gonna ever, you know, get more transmog. So it's not for nothing. Can I just buy? Yeah, I can just, well, I don't have that much gold on me, actually. Maybe I can sell some of these things. And, well, it's only gonna sell for like 6 silver. There's helmets that I'm missing. Well, I'll buy one of them. Had a thought. Totally gone. Now look weekly like Shaw? Yeah, both. Now all the world bosses are once per week chance at loot. Assuming that they are up all the time. There is a Flight Master. This one at least is just kind of like a short run up the hill. Can I Mog it is the add-on showing checkmarks on Mog. Shrine Stone grind for the rare island. Rare weapons. Okay. Looking for a mean grind. Yeah. Not at this moment. Eventually. But yeah, I could use those portals to get back to there for farming Mog, but I now have both of the mounts from Throne of Thunder as well as the real boss mount from there. So we're mount farming wise, we're done. We're good. Anyone buy the plate set from the trading post? Oh, for a second I'm like, isn't it a mail set? But no, you're right, there is a plate set. I haven't bought it yet, no. Can you say hi to Rustfeather again once you beat Undasta? Yeah, I guess that's true, actually. After Undasta, I can park him at Rustfeather. I may, depending on how many characters I have that can do that. I kind of need to reclaim this character. Oh, dear. I kind of need to bring her back to finish leveling her and maybe mess with some PvP. I need to do some solo shuffle. I need to just find some kind of a build or some set of, I don't know. I just need to set myself up so that I can heal or Q solo shuffle. I don't need to grind rating or anything. I just want to grind out the vicious mount, and that's just going to take some throwing yourself into it over and over again. You have the achievement mount too? Oh, maybe not. What's it called? G-Kun, Spawn of Horadon. Take your hunter so you can get the book that allows dino taming. Thunder something. That's Hulan. Nice tan on that druid. Yeah, I don't know what's happened to her. It's, oh, no, that is a consistent issue. She looks fine here. Hopefully that's one of my add-ons breaking that, and not just the game in general frying itself off of the Glory of the Thundering Raider. I just wanted to know what the mount title was. Glory of the Thundering Raider. Yeah, I do actually. I apparently got that in October of 2020. I must have done that on stream. I don't remember that at all. Sky Screamer. Yeah, one armored Sky Screamer. No waiting. Happens to my Zandalari druid when it's in Moonkin form. Have that bug on my druid too. Okay. Yeah, so I guess mount-wise, nothing left for me in Isle of Thunder, which is nice. So what is the Undasta mount is a dire horn, right? Cobalt Primordial dire horn. This is what we're camping next. Is that my last dire horn, or are there any? I think that might be my last one, because I have the 500,000 gold albino one. I have the Warbringer dire horns. I have the Kirin Tor offensive dire horn. Apparently, that's good. So we just need the one more. Can't say I've pulled one of these out on purpose lately. Where is it we can buy bonus roll tokens? The ones, there's two, well, depends on which ones you want. I buy the Moga Runes of Fate from a vendor right here on the Timeless Isle in exchange for Timeless coins. So I usually just farm frogs kind of over here to get the timeless coins, and then I'll buy the Mogu Runes of Fate here, and that's for Undasta and Nalak. If you want bonus rolls for Shaw and for Horadon, or not Horadon, sorry. If you want bonus rolls for Shaw and Galleon, you need to get Lesser Charms of Fortune, and then change them for Elder Charms of Fortune, which you can do at the Nuzao Temple over here by the Justice Quartermaster. People were telling me that you can do it in Vale, and I did not find that to be true. I could not find, at least for Alliance, there was nobody at the Shrine of the Seven Stars that could do it for me, so I was going all the way out to the Justice Quartermaster. I promise you, I promise you that we did this on stream, and we crawled our way under Shrine, and we talked to every single NPC there, and nobody wanted to trade me tokens. I had to go to the Justice Quartermaster. Maybe it's different for Horde. It was a mess, though. It was one of those things where chat says, yes, you can, and I say, I don't know, and then they say, yes, you can, and then I go, okay, let's look, and then we crawl around, and then they go, oh, weird. And it's like, because I'm wrong all the time, so I do want to check. All right. Okay. Ooh, cool book mount. I have one more. But yeah, those ones are just for Shaw of Anger and Galleon. So if you don't need those, then you're good. Oh, I need more Runes of Fate. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just get the Undasta mount and then I won't need any Runes of Fate. New high score for a rare run. 7 shards of knowledge. Holy smokes. That's quite a few. I'm a bad crafter. I have shards of knowledge just in my bags. I haven't been turning them in. I'll admit I've become a bit disconnected from Dragonflight content. I need to really look into what's coming next and get myself back into it because you know, I'm farming Mog and stuff, but I'm enjoying that. But like actual Dragonflight content, I'm just I enjoyed it. I just kind of finished, well, some things. I guess I do need to do the solo shuffle thing, and I do want to, there's like cosmetics I want to farm. I guess I'm just taking a break to farm old cosmetics because there's a lot of stuff I want to get for Elemental Overflow, but we're going to be able to farm more of that in 1007 in the Forbidden Reaches or whatever they're called. So that'll be fine. Yeah, I guess there's mount grinds. I just need to look them up one at a time. Love your hair. Oh, thank you. Play whatever you feel. Yeah, I just, you know, I like Dragonflight, but it seems silly to say that Dragonflight's my favorite expansion when it's Dragonflight right now and I'm not even doing Dragonflight things. I do have Invincible. I'm probably not going to play Classic. Bonus rolls, 1 for each boss, 1 that day on said character. For each boss, if you have enough bonus rolls, you can bonus roll both of the bosses. So you would need 2 bonus rolls, 2 Mogu Runes of Fate per week if you wanted to roll for Nalak and for Undasta. No 1007 dates yet. I want awful things to go for. Rare shoulders from Mossborn caches in Korthia. Oh dear. Yeah, that doesn't sound so good. There's, I guess, so after Undasta, which is rich of me to be planning already because I just got the Nalak mount, but after the Undasta mount, we do have Mechagon. There's Rustfeather and the Arachnoid Harvester, and I could camp them in much the same way as this. It's the same kind of like 20-minute spawn time. It's maybe a little bit longer to wait for those to spawn, but it's the same kind of thing of just like wait for a spawn, tag it, and then carry on. They die a little bit too quickly now to handle multi-tagging, so it's just kind of a one character per spawn sort of thing. But there's also Dragonflight mounts that I can work on. I need lava snails. There may be another mammoth or something. There's definitely like the Primalist Invasion stuff I could I mean, I don't think that's even a grind. I think I should probably just be doing that over time. I just haven't been. I have the Solar Spirehawk. That one already dropped. New Heritage Armors. They look neat. They look good. I'm not as invested in them just because I'm not maining a human or an orc anymore. I have alts that I can use for them, but I don't know if I'll actually ride them. Any luck? Nope. Okay, there's gold. Okie dokie. So this character, she's out of bonus rolls now, right? That was her last one. Was that her last one? Miss Pandaria? Yeah, that was her last one. So I'm going to take her home because she needs to farm more before she can come out here anyways. I don't want to do this every week without a bonus roll. So I can maybe level her. I'll go back up a couple and then do some more Undasta kills on the earlier characters. Heard Whispers 10 and 7's updated the Easter event. You can try and see if it's up in the alternate future. Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the butt though. I don't know if that's easier than just waiting for it to spawn in the normal future. Did I get the BFA dungeon mounts already? No, I need those two. Those, I don't think I could farm as comfortably on all of my alts. I think that I could do it, but I don't have that many 70s. A lot of my alts are still 60s, and while they could maybe get through Freehold, they would start to run into some trouble working on the Underrot and the like. Currency. I want to look into... Because, yeah. There's mounts and pets for Elemental Overflow and Storm Sigils and the like. And and there's whatever stuff you get over in the Storm's Fury. Have not really done a whole lot of that. Ogre's of it. So she's got 4 of them. So if I wanted to go poke around Pandaria, I would... Yeah, I'll just take a couple portals. I'm already here. No, I haven't got the Lava Snail mount yet. No. That's still one I need to work on. Working towards Primalist mount. Doing the grind slowly is the way to go. Can you do the grind quickly? I figured there was a cap to how much stuff you could get in a given... Like, I figured you could only really do it, like, once per event spawn. No, you can't play Evoker in human form always. Most of your combat abilities, not all of them, but most of them are going to pop you into dragon form. Chuck her onto a flight path. There's also Mog farming in old raids. We've got Molten Core. We've got... I finally got the kit that I need to kill Viscidus all by myself. I've been curious to try that. I kind of want to try that today, but I want to make sure that today's... I do my very best to get through my... Well... I don't know if I can get through all of my Undasta kills today, actually. We'll see. Shadowlands, I didn't feel like I had time to leave the hell that was the Maw. Yeah, Shadowlands, I feel like even when and maybe I'm misremembering, but even when the content was slower, I was still grinding Shadowlands-based mountain pet farms. I was still trying to get my Necro-Ray eggs and my Ember Court mount and my Gilded Wader, like right up to the end of the expansion. News in the leaky tank. I managed to DoorDash, of all things, myself a new aquarium, but I haven't made the switch yet because it's a big job and I didn't end up having time yesterday. I don't really have time today either, but I find it's hard for me to focus on other things when I know that my tank is very slowly but very genuinely leaking. So I'm probably going to do that after stream and before my next thing. Yeah, I gotta get it done today. The first time you do the Primalist event a week, you get 14. Every time after that, you do 6. Okay. Need 150 total. Yeah, I should just kind of work on it over time. I haven't done it yet this week. Maybe we'll get a new Dasta kill and then I'll go do it. You're very dedicated to the Zereth Mortis grind. That's true. Zereth Mortis was just such a beautiful zone to hang out. Aquarium was probably a new one for the DoorDash person. Oh. I don't know, once word gets out, people are going to be DoorDashing fish keeping equipment all over town. Went through Plaguefall, finally got the slime mount. Congratulations. The Primalist Future mount, or like the new Primalist Invasion mount, it's like it's this thing. And it just looks like it belongs on Fraggle Rock. It's... I need it. Is it scaly? Is it feathers? Is it skin? Is it fur? Is it spines? It's got so many different types of outside. Breath of fresh air compared to the other Shadowlands zones. Yeah. I loved how orderly and organized the Zereth Mortis grinds felt like. Protoform synthesis just scratched the part of my brain that wants all the cutlery to go in the right spot of the cutlery drawer. You know, you get your Genesis motes from this, and then you're gonna get your lattice from here, and then you're gonna get your thingy doodle from here, and then you're gonna go to the thing, and you're gonna make the thing. And I had that add-on, the protoform synthesis like field journal, something along those lines, that helped keep track of like what mats you had and what mounts and pets you'd already collected. And it was just such a satisfying, you know, fill in the blanks, color within the lines kind of grind to work on. Got the Hornstrider yesterday. It was really unfun to farm. Deterministic. Yeah. Yeah, I liked that. I like random grinds too, but I think I was at the time a little bit worn out on RNG grinds because I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere with the Necro Egg thing, and I wasn't getting anywhere with the Gilded Waiter thing, and I'd been kind of beaten down by good or bad luck the whole expansion. So it was nice to have something to do where luck was a little part of it, but not very much. Enjoyed the learning the language idea. Wish they would have used some of that for a faction in Dragonflight. I think they're doing it in 1007. The Furbolgs. They're doing it, literally a faction in Dragonflight has the same kind of concept. Currently, right now, we have Winterpelt Furbolg rep. The Winterpelt Furbolg speak a language no one seems to understand. Perhaps more will be revealed in the future. That's in 1007. You've manifested it. You've predicted it. It's coming just for you. Because of Korthia as well. Korthia was actually pretty fun to farm towards the end. Korthia was just awful when it came out, is my stance on it. By later on in it, the Korthia was giving things so quickly that it was pretty satisfying. It was just annoying to get to grips with, and in bad shape when it launched. Favorite mount to work on Dragonflight so far is the Onara 4 mount, unlocks at renown 25. The one that you need the Breasts of Onara from, is that the one where you need Breasts of Onara from Centaur Dungeon? Nakud Offensive. That's what it's called. Did you not get the dragon riding dungeon from this motion? Yeah, that's on my list of things to do too. I have one Breath of Onara. I need 2 more. What's my plan here? I'm gonna move this around. I try to put my tag button on the same key so that if I've spaced out and forgotten what I'm doing, I can still kind of sort of remember and then tag it. How many raiders were this mod yesterday? As far as I know, just me. As far as I can tell, it was just me. I didn't inspect everybody, but I think the helmet might have stood out. Archivist Prestige chests. That I think I have survivor bias on because I got lucky and I got my mount from like the first or the second Archivist. So eventually though, Archivist Codex rep was faster to earn than the other one because you could get so many fragments from doing basically everything that I was getting Archivist caches faster than like any other caches in Shadowlands. Eventually, but it was like later. I saw guilds with the raid announcement. Be sure to grind the Jester set so we can better roleplay how we raid. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It just looks like I have a pair of legs on my head. Like I've just, which, yeah. It bounces. Oh yeah. Yeah, the helmet's got pretty decent physics. Bear in mind, I'm not wearing the entire set. I'm wearing the gloves, the helmet, and then the boots. I needed the little pointy toe boots. The rest of it, I've got some Fireplume Regalia pieces on there too. Pair of legs with tiny round feet. It reminds me of, you know how when the Wicked Witch of the West got smooshed by some real estate, spoilers, her feet kind of shriveled up and then the ends of her pants were all teeny tiny. It kind of reminds me of that. I like that the spell effect, kind of the pink flame situation, is subtle. It doesn't overwhelm it. You can still very clearly see the gold detailing on it. The same way that some of the other spell effects can sometimes obliterate the detail underneath. I want to see it on a male undead dancing and headbanging. Yeah, she doesn't headbang quite enough. The mask terrifies me. The mask is upsetting. Have you noticed you don't have a head while wearing that helmet? Oh my goodness, you're right. I don't have a head. I did not notice that. What I'm trying to figure out now is if my body is hollow on the inside or if my neck is more of like a tree stump kind of situation. Oh, this is fine. There's nothing in there. Oh my god. I can't not see it now. I wonder if when you're wearing the rest of the set, if when you put on the rest of it, hang on, there's probably shoulders that go with it. If the shoulders or the chest, so there's the shoulders. Those don't really hide it. The chest piece, I wonder if it just goes all the way up. Darkmoon Harlequin's tunic. Not really, actually. It only goes to the, no, just goes halfway up your tree stump of a neck. Brain empty, no thought. Yeah, head empty, no thoughts. Maybe that's why I was having a hard time DPSing in Raid last night. It's because my character was genuinely headless. Thought you would let your hair grow back. Oh, no, I don't think so for now. Maybe one day. But is it a problem? Oh, that reminds me of yeah, this is my natural hair color. It's medium brown with a healthy amount of gray for my age. Before we got the Nalak mount, I was saying that how 2 weeks ago, no, not 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, I don't know. The last time that I mowed my head, I took it down quite far to a 1 with like a really short buzz, and then I waited a week and I figured, well, the next week I would trim it to make myself unscruffy, but I was going to just take it to a 2 instead to see if I preferred that length. And I tried to, and I tried to do it, and then I realized that my hair was basically at a 2, but it wasn't really above a 2 within the week of growth. And despite the fact that my hair was at my desired length already, and it meant I didn't need to trim anything that week, I genuinely missed the experience of removing the hair. I found that my mowing experience was unsatisfactory, and it raises the question of, do I like having short hair, or do I just really enjoy cutting it off? 2 weeks is the spring forward. Evoker's going the extra mile. You just mow your head. She actually lost her head. She really did. Graphic settings are not ultra everything. They are... Here, I feel like Undasta's going to spawn soon. I don't want to miss it. They're high in many areas, but they are... graphics. High in many areas. Base resolution is 4K. But I turned some things quite far down. I've got liquid detail down. I've got shadows basically all the way off because I am running my stream on the same computer. I'm not using a 2 PC setup anymore. So I keep like ground clutter low. My view distance is pretty moderate. Just to make sure I have enough extra overhead processing power on my PC to be able to run my stream and run the game and have everything work nice. It's cathartic, no doubt. Yeah, my audio settings, listen. My default motherboard audio cranks this. You better believe that Vault of the Incarnates sounds like nobody's business. All right, I hear sounds. They sound promising. One boss, please. Shiny pile of refuse and gold. Okay. What was I gonna do? I had some notion of maybe we should just go do the Primalist Future thing while I'm thinking of it. I'm already on the character. I'm already spec'd Devastation. It won't take that long. And at least I should do it one time for the week before I forget about it. Of course you hear sounds. And then I do it the disservice of piping the sound via old-fashioned Bluetooth to a singular earbud that spends most of its time falling out of my ear unless I secure it with a hat. I can't say that audio quality in WoW has ever really been top of my list of things to perfect. I had a phase, I guess, when I was younger where I was more concerned about having like excellent sound quality, and I would, you know, aspire to like really nice headphones and speakers and stuff like that. And I guess, I don't know, lost interest. didn't feel like it was that important anymore. Same earbuds on runs, another set. Different set. These earbuds are exclusively for streaming. If I'm not streaming, I'll pop them back in their case and I'll charge them back up again. You can connect them to your phone if you want to, and people do that, but I've always found, and I'm just really spoiled and I have more technology than I need, with Bluetooth, it's easier if I just kind of have every device pair with one other device. So like my headphones, I'll pair them with my PC, but not with my laptop. I could, and I could switch them back and forth, but it's not worth the 10 seconds it takes me to go, oh, hey, this is connected to the wrong thing, and then fix it. It's a lot more seamless if each thing just has one friend. Change the tip of the earbuds. The trouble is that the ones that are bigger than this are too big, and then these ones are too small. There's no intermediary size that actually fits, and the big ones hurt. These ones just fall out, so I decided that falling out was better than pain. Music was an important escape. Being immersed as possible is a priority. I used to be the kid that would bring the headphones to school every day in the backpack. I would have a big pair of over-ear headphones, and I would wear them around my neck between classes, and then they would get absolutely shredded because I would shove them in my backpack when I had to take them off and put them away. And that's a great way to degrade the connection and the cable. I had my own roll of electrical tape as a teenager because I needed it to shore up, frayed headphone cable connections. I like wireless headphones a lot because, well, yeah, you've got battery degradation to worry about. I find that I wear out a lithium-ion battery a lot less quickly than I wear out a physical headphone connection because I'm just messy, I guess. All right, so they're working on it. We've got 4 portals active. Are there people around that I should be worried about? Yeah, something like that. Heard of a company trying to develop speakers for people with gauge ears, speakers in the jewelry. Holy moly. Oh, they had cables back then. And then you would get like your headphone cable wrapped around like a doorknob or your belt loops or something. And then you would stand up and then your earphones would rip out of your ears. Or, you would accidentally lean on the volume key of whatever device it was plugged into, and then it would come through really loud and just jump scare the life out of you. Oh, I guess I should stay here. I haven't done these enough to have learned any tips and tricks. If there are tips and tricks for this event, I do not know them. I want to try a bone conducting speaker. Is that a real thing? High school, we weren't allowed to have portable music players. We were not allowed to have them out during class, and people would do that anyways, but you were allowed, as long as it wasn't like disturbing other people, you were allowed to do it if you were like studying or between classes or whatever. It's a real thing. Never like the volume dongle and wired headphones. I find, and this is less a criticism of the technology and more of a exposure of myself and my own flaws. I have too many different places to adjust volume on things, and I end up not knowing where I've muted something. Like, I can toggle volume whenever I can do it from the headphone itself or from the computer, or sometimes there's like intermediary places where you can mute it. Sometimes it just takes me a little too long to figure out why sound don't work. Ran the headphone through my hoodie sleeve to my device. Oh man. Go around mining until the boss spawns, then use your zap throttle on it before it dies. On Discord, either headset, computer, Discord itself. Once upon a time, I used to have a real struggle with not so much which device sound was coming out of, but which device it was pulling my microphone from. Like, I would hop into a call and people would be like, oh, you sound awful. And I'm like, okay, it could be. And then I would open up I would like dig through whatever software it was to try to find the microphone settings and then be like, okay, is it pulling it from my webcam or from my actual camera or from my monitor or from, like, there were so many devices that for some reason had terrible little microphones on them and even though this mic was set as my default, sometimes things would disconnect in a way that it would like reset all my defaults. But I ended up just disabling all of those extra microphone devices so that it, in theory, can't. Sometimes it'll still grab the microphone from my Bluetooth headphones, and then people are like, are you on your phone? And I go, no. On my phone. What do I look like? Somebody who leaves my house? All right, that one's done. Kita, thank you for the 9-month resub. Yeah, I overcame that struggle by disabling all of the extraneous devices so that they are, you know, defanged. They can't hurt me anymore. Plug in only one if I needed it. Yeah, I just had too many devices that just happened to have microphones. I don't have as many things connected now is also the case. Sometimes I'll look back at photos of my desk like 4 years ago, and I suppose my approach to peripherals used to be more is more. And I would just have as many devices, just especially monitors, like, you know, 2 PCs, 3 monitors, 4 cameras, just like way too much. And I didn't even need it. It was just making everything more difficult. But I figured, well, I have it. I could maybe use it for this thing. I should. And I would, and it was just all very messy. Cable management was a nightmare. Well, I didn't start with 2 mice and 2 keyboards. That's where I ended up because it was better than the KVM switch solution. That's one of my favorite lessons that I've learned in terms of my PCs and technology as I get older is that more is not always more. I used to think more was more, and it's not always more. Sometimes it's just more annoying. I put a big value on having things be very simple and difficult to break now. I actually haven't had any major PC struggles. I mean, knock on wood. But I used to... Should I be worrying about these rares? I guess I can go take a look. I don't know. I don't know if it's more important to kill... Well, there's multiples of them. There's one, and then there's another one. I don't even know what they drop. It's a bonus objective. I don't know what it does. He's got 1.6 million health. I don't know. I don't know if I can do that or not. I have yet to learn what amount of health denotes mobs that I can or cannot kill. I have, I guess, endless amounts of faith in myself. It kind of depends on how much damage they do to me. Pretty recently, the PCs. It's been a couple years, surprisingly enough. This PC that I'm using right now, the one from my former sponsor, shipped to me before 2 moves ago, because I moved it with me to my old place, and then I moved it with me again to this place, which means that I got it around spring, early in 2021. So it's been 2 years now. Time's just soup. My wife got mad when I suggested we get sippy cups because they're easy to clean and no spill. This is my big grown-up sippy cup. It has a straw. I'd say it doesn't spill, but it does leak a little bit actually if I tip it upside down. That's how I, pour water on the rim of the tub if my cat's thirsty and I'm taking a bath so that she doesn't drink bath water because I don't want her to drink any Epsom salts. But the general premise behind me having a water bottle, like a steel water bottle on my desk all the time with a straw in it, is so that if I knock it over, which is harder because it's heavy and big, but if I knock it over, I'm not going to rinse my entire desk the same way that I do with smaller stuff. I do still occasionally spill coffee and or tea. Maybe I just need to commit. I at one point figured I would apply the same technology. Hang on a second. Have we gone backwards? We have 4 portals now. I'm not doing enough. I didn't realize you could go backwards. I kind of thought once you closed one, you were good. I guess the last time I did these events, also, there's like a lot of pain here, and I don't have, do I have a fire thingy? I must. What are they called? Deployable heat source, there we go. Yeah, the last time I was here, the event was pretty new and there were still quite a few people out here, and I wonder if it's just, is it harder now that there's fewer people around? It should stay closed? Do you think we phase? Do you think we, like, change shards? They can reclaim them. Good grief. This one should be almost closed, I think. I'll pay a little bit more attention. She likes using plates and silverware. I'm a barbarian. Big Tupperware bowl I eat everything out of. I understand and relate to both of you. I have in me both characteristics. I want to feel like I am civilized and put together, and you know, using somewhat nice things while I'm at home. I want to feel like I'm not just living like an animal whenever I'm inside my home, but I also, you know, spill things sometimes and break things and ship things, and I want things to be practical. You can join a group in Group Finder. I suppose so. I just didn't want to have to. I guess it's the principle of the thing. Whole event's annoying. I do want the mount. That is the main thing. Eat all food out of what I cook it in to have fewer dishes. Yeah. You know, I like having a smaller dish. Especially if it's like a really easy thing to clean, but I have before taken a pot off the stove, nestled it into like a dish towel so it doesn't burn me, and then curled up on the couch with a saucepan containing some like macaroni and cheese in it or whatever, and then eaten that directly out of the pan. I like to pretend I'm not an animal, and it's a lie. Oh. Duncan, I'm sorry about that timeout. Streamlabs gotcha. I don't know what I didn't like about that. Team Barbarian with me. Less dishes to wash. Keeps the food warm longer. Yeah, I suppose so. Less dishes. But sometimes I like to daydream about the, well, I'm not going to be sitting at a dining table, you know. I guess I'm just never going to be that fancy. Maybe I should let go the desire for it. I like things to be cute at home. I like things to feel, I don't know, pretty, I guess. I don't mind being a barbarian as long as I don't feel like it's ugly. which is a pretty big fat contradiction, so I don't know how I figure that one. We might be here for a long time. Do people even do this in groups custom? Black Rock Stronghold. Liskanoff, Air Farm, Frost Farm, Titan Orb Farm, Great Hunt, Spinemaw Glade Chewer. Titan Orb Farm, Wild Arcana. Farm Orbs need tanks. Yeah, I don't know if this is the most popular thing, unless it's in a different category. If you click on World Quest, there's auto joins. I don't see anything over here. Questing maybe. Oh yeah, there we go. Doing the quest this Storm's Fury. Oh, that one delisted. Ow, ow. I guess there's no fire here. Quick, campfire. I have a little one. Oh, put something directly after your period. That's it. That's it. I figured you were putting a link. Something to come back to next expansion when you can one-shot everything. Yeah, maybe. But if that's true. Oh, sorry, kitty cat. I didn't realize you were under there. Hi, you want to come sit up here? It's cold down there. If it's truly the case that the portals can get reclaimed while you're closing them and they take this long to close, then my fear would be if you're trying to solo this later, even if you can one-shot everything, that they would reclaim the portals before you can get them. was here. I mean, I guess I could make it myself. I would need to... Oh, gosh. Here, we'll start a group. I thought this would go better. Good evening from Norway. What a lovely cardigan. Oh, thank you. Buy items to empower the NPCs. Yeah. Let's see. All right, we're down to 2 portals. We're down to 2 portals. Hopefully my group doesn't phase me in any meaningful way. Here's another one. This one's, is it open? I had closed this one before, but maybe it's... No, you're not. You're... I think it's closed. I don't know. Let's go poke around. Yeah. Yeah, I thought they should phase to me. I've just... Sometimes I think something's gonna work one way and then it doesn't. And I have no faith when it comes to sharding. I've lost progress too many times. The mount is the Skyskin Hornstrider. I'm probably not gonna, well, I'm certainly not gonna get it today. You get a little bit more, Dame Vaughn was telling me, you get a little bit more currency, more of these Essences of the Storms for your first trial of this event every week. So I figured I would try and do it at least once for the week. I'm a third of the way there, I guess. I'm 50 of them in of 150. I would also need some elemental overflow, but that's not too bad to get. There's a pet as well, which I'll need more essences for, but right now I mostly just want the mountain. Got the mount from this today. What a weird looking bird. Gave me the Lord of the Rains achievement. Congratulations! Need 500 more overflow. Overflow is one thing that should be easier to get in whatchamacallit, 1007. There's going to be new overflow sources from doing Forbidden Reach quests in 1007, so if you're feeling lazy about farming it now, you can kind of chill and wait, and you'll be able to get it a bit faster. Whenever 1007 comes around. 97 here, 53 to go. Let's see. But yeah, after this, I want to keep farming Undasta. We got the Nalak Mount earlier today. I only have 1 Pandaria World Boss left, so we can try Undasta a little bit more. But I figured I should probably, if I didn't do this today, I was not going to get around to doing it. How are we back up to 3? How are we back up to 3? We got it to 2. What do you mean? Oh. It takes so long too. Oh dear, I didn't realize I was so full. There we go. It takes so long to close a portal like this. I feel like they could maybe, if they wanted to adjust this, they could maybe bump this to progress a little faster. Because it's one of those defend the tower kind of things, but it takes ages. I don't know if I can do it in a raid. I'm not really that interested to find out today. I'm losing my spoons. Hello, hi, birthday's in 2 days. Happy early birthday, Scarlett. You making any plans? Anything in particular you're excited for? You can make it into a raid. Should I make it into a raid though? What if there's unforeseen repercussions? Probably not. That's fair. Can I ask which birthday it is, or is that you certainly don't have to say. Always be cautious of private information on the internet. Oh, kitty cat. What are you still doing under there? Hi. Come here. Whoa. Hi. What if you came and sat up on the lap instead of by the feet? Hi. Yeah. All right, did we close it? We're back down to 2. This may be where we live forever. Peacefully pre-ordering Diablo 4. Someone staying behind so the portal doesn't come back. Oh, man. Well, there's a fire here. That's something. Happy almost birthday. Could the unforeseen repercussions be worse? Well, I don't know. They're unforeseen is the thing. Also, fellow March baby. I know lots of March babies. There's a variety of birthdays coming in this month in my world. Mm. That's because we're the coolest. I'm excited about March. It's gonna get warmer, I believe. It's not warm yet. But I just trust, have faith. It's eventually gonna be not this cold outside. I wanna grow something. I wanna plant some lettuce. I wanna grow lettuce this summer. I bet that my balcony is shady and chilly enough that I can get away with growing lettuce even when it gets super hot outside. The one benefit of not really getting any sunshine is I don't think it gets enough heat on this side of the building for the lettuce to bolt, so I might be able to do greens all year. 7 family birthdays this month. Get sick of cake. Oh man. that is quite a bit. Do any of them batch them at least? I know as a child, I had a birthday that was quite close with another family member, and they would just do a combined birthday for the both of us sometimes, which I remember being, you know, it was convenient. I definitely felt like it was a little bit, a tiny bit less special to share the birthday. I figured the point of birthdays was to be selfish, but I also, again, cake is all right. You don't really need your own cake. Yeah, she's really cute. Spread out enough to not be combined. I still have cake in my freezer from a birthday that was like months ago. I should probably get rid of that. I should probably bake something new. Hi. Does it matter what difficulty you run island expeditions in? The goods aren't different. It's not like there's specific, it's not like you're gonna get like a different recolor for doing like a mythic versus a heroic island expedition, but I think you get more, hi, I think you get more doubloons for doing mythic. I'm not 100% on that. Share birthdays with New Year's, don't care about it. Yeah, that's fair. Hi. I guess we're done with major holidays for a while. I think the next major thing we're looking forward to is spring, because we did Christmas, we did Valentine's Day. Oh, you good? I'm good. Hi, Bun Bun. Yeah, she is really cute. She's been following me around room to room quite a bit. All right, that one is still closed. Which one needs it? Which one needs help? I feel like the no, it's this one. I thought I just came from here. Yeah, no, I did just come from here. I should probably prevent them from taking it back, though. The boss might be a bit... Oh, it's boss time. It's boss time. We might actually finish this. We have the venerated April Fool's right around the corner. Oh, geez, not again. Oh, I don't know. I don't have April Fools in me anymore. Okay, what do I want to do here? We're gonna Carnalex. I don't have any potions. I can basically, oh, I did that in the wrong order. We're gonna do this, and then that, and then this, and then one of those. It has quite a bit of health, but I think it might be. I don't know. This used to take like half an hour, or at least what felt like half an hour. Okay, I can maybe help off heal a little bit. Definitely don't want to be in that. Wow, those ads have a lot of health. Maybe I want to bring him into the middle so that we can cleave. Unfortunate shard, 30 plus people here. Sometimes having too many people doesn't help. Sometimes a lot of people just scales the health of the mob up like crazy high, and if people aren't doing enough damage, it can make it take longer. This is going okay. We're at like half. I've seen worse. Hi everyone. Hello Spooky Mist. How are you doing today? How are things with you? We're almost free. I genuinely thought when I came out here that this was just going to be a cool, like maybe 10 minutes, you know, a good part of that travel time. I thought we were just going to hop to one portal to the other ones, and then we were just going to zap down the boss and have done. I now see why I haven't been working on this. It probably means that I should continue working on it, because I have a feeling that if participation is an issue, it's only going to get worse. There's an argument to be probably made for trying to just burn the rest of this grind down before everybody abandons it. Baked potato with beans and cheese right about now. That sounds filling. That sounds good. I had some somewhat stale cereal for breakfast because I don't want cereal often enough to keep it from being stale. Uh-oh, that seems bad. That seems bad. I don't like the look of that. Ow, ow, ow. Where would you even stand? Maybe in the bubble. That would make sense. That would make sense. I'm thinking there must be a solution. There has to be a better way. Okay. So it's got another 6 seconds. Anything with cheese, wonderful. Mm. Yeah, this is tough. Hi. Nothing like shared suffering. You just have to remember the Fraggle Rockbird. It's worth it. It's worth it. We got it. We did it. I got an achievement for apparently attaining 1,000 elemental overflow because I hadn't done that so far. Just thank the nice people. Appreciate the solidarity. So they picked up 6 essences of the storm. I got 6 essences of the storm, and then I got a cache that gave me another 9, and then a couple storm sigils and some supplies. I wonder how many times you have to do this event. I guess it depends if you're doing it weekly or if you're trying to spam it in between. Worst boss is the ice one. Yeah. That was, at first I thought that was the only one, because that was the one that I kept getting when the event first came out. The storm boss didn't seem so bad. The vendor's like over here somewhere, right? Is this it? I can't buy anything yet. I just want to look. So there's a toy, Chasing Storm toy. There's a Vorkenful pet, which I am gonna need eventually. That is pretty cute, but that's the end goal. Bless you. Want to see this cat? We were going to bed last night, and I think she was cold, so she gets into bed with me and gets all under the covers, and I read, which is pretty normal for us. Except that at a certain point, she decided that it was time for me to be done reading, because I read books on an iPad in night mode, and she kind of stretched out and she put her paw on the screen, which made it so that I could not scroll or flip the page to get to the next page. And we were snuggled up so tight that I really couldn't move it in a way that her paw would not be on the screen. And I figured, you know what, you're right. It's bedtime. You've got a point. We can put it away. Hi. How's your day going? You doing okay? You warm enough? It's not actually that cold in here. It is 21.4 degrees in here. I put a thermometer on my desk so that I could like fact check myself whenever I feel like it's freezing, because I feel like my fingers are just turning into ice, but it's not actually cold in here. It's just because I've been sitting, I guess. The dungeon with the electrified water. R.I.P. Just wasn't finished with that page yet. Pup does that with his nose. Celsius, yeah, 21.5 Celsius. Not Fahrenheit. That would be unpleasant. That would be upsetting. All right, we're going back to Veldraken here. And then we're going to do some more Hundasta kills. Thanks to everybody that came out and helped with that. That was it was quite an experience. Going to the library on Tuesday. Gonna check out a bunch of horror books. Oh, fun. There's lots of little tiny libraries around here, like those roadside stands, little roadside cupboards that have books that are just kind of informal. You can just drop things off and then take things and leave them in other ones. They're all over town, and I don't use them. I don't know why. You'd think that my anxiety with a regular library would be that, well, yes, I can check a book out. That gives me a deadline on which I must bring the book back. Which for some reason is too much pressure for me. But with the tiny libraries, it's not like there's a tiny librarian. There isn't like a little chipmunk that lives in the thing that's going to come to my house and, you know, steal all my cereal if I don't bring the book back in time. Yeah, we got the Nalak Mount. I'm moving these alts to Isle of Giants, not dinosaurs, giants now. Isle of Giants. We're trying to get Undasta. It's the last one. Maybe there should be a little tiny chipmunk librarian in each of those places. That would be pretty cute. All right, storm touch cache there. I should have flight pathed her. This is going to be farther than it needed to be. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to, well, 10:45. I kind of want to go till noon today because I could do more mount runs, but I kind of think I should maybe end stream at 11 today so that I can attend to my poor leaking aquarium before lunch and just get it done so that it's off my mind and so that everything's good. Get it sorted out, and then we can put out the rest of the fires, proverbially speaking. We've got this way. One reason I hesitate to do Mythic Plus, timers stress me out. I have not yet rewatched the Seinfeld episode with the overdue library book. I am early in season 2 in my Seinfeld rewatch. I just love their clothes. Isle of Giants. There we go. Get her done. Yeah, I think it's one of those things. I just have to do it. It'll be fine. The worst thing that can happen would be if the new tank leaks. What I should do is I should water test it first, but I kind of want to get everything migrated because I have one tank that's definitely leaking and then I have another tank that probably doesn't leak. I'll take a look at it. The silicone looks decent on it. Season 7 has the soup Nazi. How am I holding up on that? Oh, on the Seinfeld rewatch or something else? Yeah, no fixing the aquarium on stream. That's a Hazel quiet time kind of activity. That's a Hazel puts in some headphones and just does things with her hands. Oh, the rewatch. Yeah, no, it's good. The character of Kramer speaks to me because he just starts doing things and it's always something different. Everybody Loves Raymond is the last of the Golden Age of sitcoms. Maybe I need to try rewatching that. Maybe I would relate to that more these days, but I remember loathing Everybody Loves Raymond. I could not stand Raymond. I did not love him. I couldn't figure out why everybody else did. Frasier I might be able to get more of a kick out of, although Frasier maybe I could get more of a kick out of now. But Raymond and I couldn't get along. Liked Raymond a lot, mainly for the other characters. Yeah, I don't remember any of the other characters aside from Deborah. I just remember she was making a big deal in one episode about how she moisturizes her arms every night before bed so that she doesn't look old. And that stuck with me for some reason. And I had a period of time in my early 20s where I was like, I must moisturize my arms every night before bed so that I don't look old. And then one day I realized that was crazy. And then I stopped. Couldn't get past the first couple episodes because the main character was so hateable. I mean, to be fair, in my Seinfeld rewatch, I'm not the biggest fan of Jerry. I just watched an episode where he gets Elaine an apartment that she really badly wants. and then realizes that he doesn't really want to live in the same building as her because it might make him uncomfortable, and then spends the rest of the episode trying to sabotage her out of it because he would rather her live in a situation that she doesn't like as opposed to him being awkward seeing her in the hall. I'm watching this being like, I mean, okay. Alrighty. Typical 90s sitcom, but from the perspective of the girlfriend. Always Sunny. Always Sunny is one that I never watched. I never saw that one. I've heard good things. I never watched it. Main actor's a pretty objectionable person. It's funny how many shows are like that. I feel like there's quite a few of those old sitcoms where like the main either character or actor or both was pretty objectionable. But there was enough good writing on the rest of the show. Still enjoying my British crime series. We're not. I never tried Arrested Development either. I feel like with the older sitcoms, I don't have a chance unless I saw some amount of it when I was younger. I feel like I need the nostalgia to carry me through that. No, I never saw Malcolm in the Middle either. I heard about it because once Breaking Bad got big, that was what everybody was like, hey, Bryan Cranston used to be in Malcolm in the Middle. And now he's a drug lord. This is a pretty good sized flight path. Yeah, I suppose we'll just finish our Undasta kills tomorrow then. I am pleased with this transmog. The trading post may be buggy, and it may be inconsistent, and it may be messy. But it is 100% a source of transmogs that I don't know where else. Like, we didn't get good mogs this often before. They would be around. Every now and then you would get like a really cool item, but I don't know. I feel like it's just a great opportunity for them to add things they didn't have like a lore excuse to add before. Many people like that I never got into with South Park. South Park and Family Guy and King of the Hill were all really popular among people of my age group at the time, and I very briefly tried and found them to be not my cup of tea, and then I never really tried again. That whole category of humor just never really floated with me. It was fine. It was just not really didn't do a lot for me. I feel like if I take a break between Seinfeld seasons, though, Dame of Bond, I'm gonna try the Philomena Kunk show that you mentioned. I forget what it's called, but the mockumentary. I saw another preview for it that made it look pretty funny. Plus, I appreciated that it has short episodes. I'm looking for just half-hour episodes. I find that if I sit down and I watch TV for longer than about 35 minutes, I'm not getting up. About 30 minutes is about the length of time I can sit. Kunk on Earth, that's the one. That's how long I can get away with sitting down before I become glued to the couch and lose all will to live. And at that point, it's over. It's doomed. I was going to say it's short. Yeah. You guys like that one? Is it good? You recommend? Not a big commitment. Uh-oh. T&E, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. You're just in time for one last world boss kill. You got to be my lucky charm here, because I gotta run after this one. All will to live, dramatic, lose the will to move. Like it. The humor's dry though. Oh, I like a good bit of dry humor. Big Bang Theory. That I liked. No, stop it. Scary. It's a smart speaker. I don't know what I said that made him think I was talking to him. I enjoyed Big Bang Theory when it first came out for a couple of seasons, and then I stopped watching it. Just, I don't know if I got peer pressured out of it because nobody else seemed to like it very much at the time. It was very popular, but it was also very popular to hate on. It was one of those things. So then I didn't finish it. And nowadays I feel like I would have a hard time rewatching it because, I don't know, it's not... It's a little bit too recent to have a good excuse for for being the way that it was. No, I never tried New Girl. What totems do you think that evoke shamans? Drakthir shamans? They would be little hornswogs that would just burp the different colors. Fellow science nerd, I can't do Big Bang Theory. Early ones were fine, but it declined. Yeah. Community I saw. Community was funny. I only ever watched it once, and I saw it as kind of like a medium adult, but it was fun. And I don't think there is a mount on the trader this month. Yeah. Another show that was not progressive and had a pretty horrible creator, but I liked the writing of a lot, and the acting was the IT Crowd. It's janky, but it's got that nostalgia for like early 2000s tech nerd degenerates, and then Moss's character and actor is just the funniest thing I've ever seen. It just gets me every time. I love the IT Crowd. Yeah, it's on Netflix still. Yeah, the British one. I never tried the American one, and I have a feeling that if I care about myself, I won't. I didn't hear anything good about it. Terragosa, thank you for the 33-month resub. The episode with the shoes and the fire is one of the funniest pieces of TV I've ever seen. The one with the workouting where they go to the theater was also pretty funny. Garth Marenghi's Dark Place with the same actor. I'm trying to remember his name now. I know it, but it's just one of those things that's not coming to me. I feel like I wanted him to do Taskmaster, but he never did. What's his name? I've watched a bunch of like Channel 4 compilations of him. Yeah, that's it. That was it. No, I never got into The Office. It was too uncomfortable for me. Ross tried to write the email about Office being on fire. Yeah. Yeah, Super Chief. I kind of have the same trouble with it. It's a tough thing. It's a tough thing to have trouble with too, because the more you look into it, the more things you'll find yourself unable to appreciate. And you can make arguments of wanting to appreciate the work of all the other people that went into it, but it's tough when it's the person that was like on top of it. Yeah, Noel Fielding was great in it too. Yeah, I know The Office is definitely like a comfort rewatch for a lot of people. That and Rick and Morty, and Futurama, things that people just kind of watch over and over and over again. Surprisingly enough, I didn't enjoy Noel Fielding on Taskmaster as much as I thought I would. I liked him in the IT Crowd. I liked him in whatchamacallit, British Bake Show of all things, when he took over as a Bake Off host. I enjoyed his work there. But in Taskmaster, some of it was funny, but I felt that other people on the season had stronger performances, and it almost felt like he was kind of phoning it in. Character for sure. Oh my goodness, you would adore Taskmaster. It will delight and sustain you. Yeah, Mighty Boosh I never saw, and I feel like that was the thing that he had in common with Greg Davies. So I would probably enjoy that. Rather watch stuff like Leave It to Beaver, Green Acres, Beverly Hillbillies. Have I enjoyed any Canada specific shows? I'm trying to think of what shows are Canada specific. There's a few that I'm aware of that I don't specifically watch that people really like. And then there's a few that I'm aware of that nobody watches. Yeah, people like Trailer Park Boys and Corner Gas. Those are the two big ones. Schitt's Creek was, I think, the closest. I watched a season of that and really liked it. Jeopardy on the basis of extra. Yeah, no, I haven't seen most of those. I think Canadian broadcasting overlords are kind of losing their war of trying to get Canadians to watch more Canadian content because of back when, you know, when they can control what's being broadcast on the various channels, they can do a pretty good job of it. But when everybody's getting all of their TV from streaming services, it's harder to prevent people from just watching whatever's popular in the online discourse, which is often from elsewhere. I'm bonus rolling. Any luck? Nope. Okie dokie. Yeah, there's Canadian broadcasting laws, and they're trying their best to update them for the modern era in ways that YouTube is not happy about. Every now and then I get an email from YouTube being like, hey, you should vote against this because it's going to change things for you as a Canadian creator. And I've looked into it a bit, and at the end of the day, I don't really understand, and I don't feel like I have a whole lot of, I don't feel like any amount of understanding I do is going to change it anyways, so... I don't feel a strong need to be more recommended to more Canadian viewers. I feel like I'd hate to be forced down the throat of somebody that has already been exposed to me and gone, nah, she's not for me. You know, we get a lot of Drake and Avril and Bieber on our airwaves. I don't need to be the Bieber of YouTube. Oh yeah, Letterkenny, that was another one. I didn't see it, but I'd heard good things. Change old rares to not die right away for farming. Yeah, they get like a little damage reduction or immunity shield for a couple seconds that gives people time to tag it. Government mandated hour of Hazel. Have to go. Talk to you later. I have to go too. I've got a very slow disaster to attend to. I'll be back tomorrow. I've got more mount runs. I can do some more camping tomorrow. We can do our best to get Undasta. Thank you very much for your luck. I appreciate it. We got the Nalak mount today. That was exciting. Appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.